VlogOnBike, the worst vlog in the world. It's coronavirus world. We don't have design, or we don't have video effects. Everything's real here, huh? We don't have GoPro. Coronavirus world. We are entering in the worst situation of coronavirus. Even with no people. What I'm trying to say that I don't know anyone that even get a flu. So this flu pandemic, I don't know anybody. People say that it is the worst population is the poor and old, and here in Brazil the black people that suffer most by coronavirus. But it's like if you ride a bike regularly, I guess you have lungs. You have strong lungs like me. I'm not saying that I'm super long. No, I'm not the super long. Well, I want to be the super long. I guess I came once for over here. Well, this episode is to talk about the worst knowledge channels on YouTube. And firstly, of all the channels, I want to talk about the I forget the name. Well, it's like a Trumpist channel. It's not like the musical instrument. It's not a trumpetist, but the Trump. And I guess it is a Trump, like, because the geopolitical ideology says things like Brazilian Workers' Party were committing the biggest rob in world history. What is it's more like a joke, how a late capitalism country like Brazil can be scenario of the worst still in history. That's impossible. And it's funny because it's more like funny because it's what Brazilians says the right wing in power here said in the campaign against the Workers' Party. They say that they repeat that in all campaigns, saying that the worst still episode in Brazil was committed by PT, was by Brazilian Workers' Party on, I guess they say that in Petrobras, I guess. But the truth is, if you research, all companies are corrupted, are victims of corruption, because too much money, you know. Too goddamn money. Too goddamn much money in oil. Oil basically is the money of the world. It is oil. Like what I'm saying, this Shell, they get the pre-salt away, plus Statoil. In that epoch, about 3 years ago, it was a YouTube commercial of Luan Santana that they support Shell. I mean, Shell contract, Shell pay him to support some regular commercial, saying that a beautiful commercial paid by a little money of pre-salt. How to say pre-salt in English? Above the salt, the oil reserves, the biggest reserves in oil. So the imperialism, like this awful channel, later I will put the channel here above the video. They say that the worst corruption case the worst steal case was the Petrobras, but they attacked Petrobras. The imperialism attacked Petrobras, especially because of the pre-salt money. So who cares about the normal corruption of oil companies? Who cares if you have so goddamn quantity of oil reserves like Brazil has, or still have, but they losing. They threw it away. They threw it away because of the politics dynamic, and people in Brazil are struggling, of starving. They are even dying. Like here is a hell. We are in this kind of United States country. United States too. They're struggling for life, but they are a rich country. But Brazil is not. Brazil is not rich. So Brazilian people are victims of this kind of mainstream media and YouTube channels. YouTube channels like this, like those. Beautiful doggy. A blonde one. Suicide blonde. Na, na, na. Suicide blonde. We're gonna get suicide blonde. I want to live in Australia, where the Nexus remains. Because Brazilian people formed by slaves, mostly slaves, and slavery made people survive on illegal ways. So every Brazilian understand delinquents. Every Brazilian, it is a potential delinquent. Everyone. So you cannot trust in Brazilian people. This is the bigger truth you should know about Brazil. And well, this channel, I forgot the name. Its name. It is a awful channel, a terrible channel, terrible channel who repeat that Workers' Party is the worst corruption. I remember now Ryan Bell from New Galen, that it is against Workers' Party, against Jacinda, forgot the last name, Jacinda Sweetheart, Jacinda Foxy. So they don't like Jacinda Foxy because of the media, because he has no in the brain. He is a fascist, but he is my friend. One of my few friends in the Epicurean Blue Shelter, where Alberto plays the banjo, the gas banjo. So another I forgot now, but just to give you a few examples of bad channels that manipulated. And well, I forgot the second, but I promise you I will link below. And I want to ask you for money I'll ask you for money for Pepe Escobar, who I mean I'm not asking you directly, but I introduced you some kind of video he done on the network, but I believe that he will do just fine. And he says there is no independent media, so anything what you see in TV, like Ryan Bell of New Galen, is manipulated. Will make you give away your money, like in Brazil. Brazilian people give away their money because of lies. Again, I don't know if I've said this before, but Brazilian people, a part of them voted against Workers' Party because of penis cup for babies. It's funny, but it's funny to think about it. But it's funny. The product is funny because what a stupid thing to do, you know. But I mean, I guess it is a gay product for gay adults, you know. So, but penis, I don't know the name of mama data in English, but it's how babies drink their milk. They put some latex penis open, and people believe it. Can you imagine that a whole oil country, a treasure, capitalist treasure, natural resources, a luxury resource, give it away because of sexuality? Of course, it is an abuse, a totally madness to do a latex penis, to put it in a baby's mouth, but for the babies being gay, but people believe it. No, well, if you are like Ryan Bell in the countryside, a peasant without education, and you have kids, you will believe everything. What you read on WhatsApp, on TV. So that was sold as a conspiration, as a non-official issue. The sexuality in schools, the gender sexuality. So people believe it as a under as a premonition of the near future. So this how you can steal a modern treasure, oil treasure, lying to the people about the sexuality of sexual abuse of childs. And later I will put here some another manipulated absurd channels.